Hi, I'm Guna Mathivanan. Welcome to Simply Current Affairs. Before going into today's editorial discussion, let us finish the feedback for the question which I gave in the last video. Friends, if you are watching this video series for the first time, then please watch my introductory video given in the playlist to know how to participate in this answer writing program. The initiative is open to all. As you all know, we have launched an exclusive current affairs program 75 x 75 and economy full course targeting prelims 2026. To know more about the program, you can visit www.simplycurrentaffairs.com, or you can click the link given in the description, or you can WhatsApp the number given in this video. Right. So the question which I gave in the last class, addressing the issue of stubble burning requires addressing the root cause rather than relying on stringent legislation. So in the introduction part, you can highlight what is stubble burning, and you can also highlight the effort taken, the stringent effort taken by the government in the form of Environment Protection Act, or in the form of CAQM rules, or in the form of NGT directives that you can mention. And from there we can say, despite of all these stringent legislations, the issue still continues, which demands for an addressal of the root cause. Then from there you can highlight 4-5 root causes. Then you can suggest some measures and you can conclude, or your conclusion can be slightly bigger with way forward. Right? Simple question, simple answer. So we have taken the answer of Avila. So Avila, let's go through your answer. So you have given introduction, stubble burning refers to. So you have defined what is stubble burning. Major contributor in the North India. Despite legislative bans under the, what is this AAR Act? You mean Air Pollution Act? And despite the bans under AAR Act and NGT what? NGT directive or any NGT order, which order that you have to highlight. Okay, and the practice still persists, which reflects the addressing the root cause. Introduction is very good. That NGT, kindly mention which directive which you are referring to. Okay, then the root cause. Okay, narrow window between the rice and the wheat, harvest of rice and the sowing of wheat, narrow window. Economic constraints. So especially the small farmers, marginal farmers, they might not have sufficient money to rent happy seeder machines. Okay, put diesel for it, rent it. That becomes challenging for them. Then lack of viable alternatives. That means now let us say I cut the crop residue. Where will I store? To whom I will sell? What is the incentive for me? Okay, there should be a proper supply chain. There's a huge demand for this crop residue because this can be used for making ethanol. Okay, we have an ethanol blending program which aims to blend 20% of our petrol with ethanol. There is a huge need, but however, there should be supply chain linkage. When that is not there, then this will not become effective. Then lack of awareness. Okay, see, for me this looks like brushing, but I think that you have written burning, but I am not able to understand what you have written. Though your answer appears neat at first instance, certain words, certain letters I am not able to understand. Okay, so I am assuming that burning has become a normalized community-wide practice. Low awareness on soil degradation, pollution impacts. Okay, fine. Lack of awareness. Then you have mentioned about MSP, but I am not able to understand. MSP favors paddy cultivation in unsuitable regions and discourages diversification. So what? Try to link it with the question. Okay, so the root cause is we are growing rice. Rice comes up with a lot of crop residue. That lot of crop residue, we are finding it difficult to manage it. Okay, so why people first instance they go for rice? Because of higher incentives. So some more linking point could have been added, more value to this. Anyhow, but I understood what you are trying to convey, but it is not very much clear. Way forward, so promote low cost residue management tools like Pusa decomposer, great. Awareness campaign, promote biomass based energy and industry to absorb the crop residue, diversify the crops. Right, your conclusion, other points are good. So apart from that, there is one big problem. You have written a good answer. At some point, I'm not able to understand the words which you have written. This MSP point could have been even more, tuned to the demand of the answer. In the introduction part, you have simply mentioned NGT. You could have mentioned which directive, which order, and you have clearly exceeded the word limit. It's 10-marker question. You have exceeded the word limit. Okay, that's all about your answer. Rest is fine. Okay, right, friends. Now we will move on to today's editorial discussion. So we have taken an editorial topic from the Indian Express. The editorial discusses about our engagement with Afghanistan. See, you should know India has a long ties with Afghanistan. India was the first country to recognize, non-communist country to recognize a communist government in Afghanistan. Do you know, before 1990s, from 1970s to early 1990s, there was a communistic government. India was the first non-communist country to recognize communist government in Afghanistan. Then later in 1996, Taliban took over the government, so we withdrew the support. Then in 2001, an international government was set up, so we started supporting Afghanistan. So we constructed Friendship Dam, we constructed parliament, we constructed various hospitals, cricket stadiums. So a lot of infrastructure development we were bringing in there. We were one of the top 10 donors to the Afghanistan. But when 21, when America withdrew from Afghanistan, Taliban took over. From there, our engagement got drastically reduced. But however, in 2025, in January 2025, for the first time, our foreign secretary and Afghanistan's foreign minister met in Dubai. Then recently, in the month of October, this month, in Delhi, New Delhi, we had a meeting. The foreign minister of Afghanistan came to New Delhi and we had a meet. These are the recent developments. We are trying to increase our engagement with Afghanistan. So now you might ask a question, what is the logic? What is the logic behind this engagement? See, the number one reason is, this is what is practical, this is what is pragmatic. We have to have an engagement with Afghanistan for the most important reason is security concerns. See, if we are not having an engagement with Afghanistan, when we have a ties, we can influence the Afghanistan to make them effort towards counter-terrorism, or else Afghanistan will become a fertile soil for the terror organizations to come, sit, expand, plan and fight and attack India. So we will be the first vulnerable country because of the activities happening in Afghanistan. So we have to have some kind of engagement with Afghanistan to ensure that we are protected. There is a concept called as double peace. With respect to Afghanistan, peace in Afghanistan is very important for two reasons. Inside Afghanistan, peace is very important. Outside Afghanistan, peace is very important. There is double peace connected with Afghanistan. When there is peace inside Afghanistan, there will be peace outside Afghanistan. Okay, so our engagement doesn't mean endorsement. So our foreign minister Jaishankar has said once that our engagement with Afghanistan doesn't mean endorsement, because recently also what we did, India has upgraded a technical mission in Kabul into an embassy. So this improvement in the engagement doesn't mean endorsement. UN has not recognized this Taliban government. So we are also not officially recognizing, but we are trying to engage them better to ensure safety, security in Afghanistan so that India is also protected. Okay, number two, if we do not engage, Pakistan and China will engage. That is going to become more detrimental for us. Right? And also, as I mentioned already, we have a lot of assets built in Afghanistan. More than $2 billion we have invested in Afghanistan. So we have to protect our assets. We cannot allow it to go waste. Right? Another thing is, Afghanistan is an important gateway for Central Asia. To enter Central Asia, Afghanistan is a gateway. See, we developed Chabahar port in Iran via Chabahar port, and we also developed Zaranj-Dilaram highway through which we try to enter Afghanistan, through which we can go to Central Asia. So, for Central Asian connectivity, Afghanistan becomes important. Alongside with Iran, Afghanistan becomes very, very important. Right? So, just like that, by citing the Taliban in force, we cannot stay away from Afghanistan. So we have a lot of interest in Afghanistan, which involves, more importantly, safety and security of India. Right. Now you might ask, because of this, what are the challenges? There are many challenges. See, challenge number one is value conflict. Our value system, Afghanistan's value system, take constitutional values only, that is different. So, for example, we give priority for equality. That includes gender equality. But if you take Afghanistan, they deny rights for women, education for women. Okay, so there's a conflict between the constitutional values which we upheld and the value system which the Afghan is following. Right. So recently also there was a high-level meeting where the foreign minister was participating, where it might be a coincidence or it might be a planned event where women journalists were not part of that particular event. So that was creating a lot of unwanted perception about India in the global audience. It was giving a feeling that for strategic interest, India is compromising its own constitutional values, that is gender equality here. But however, later the foreign minister was addressing a conference with women press members. That's a different case altogether. What we are trying to say is, inside the Afghanistan, we see the value system is different from what we are upholding. This is one conflict. So this should not create a picture outside that just for the sake of strategic gains, India is compromising its constitutional morality or the philosophical values of India. That image, India should not get it. So there we have to be very careful. Number two, see, today there's a border dispute between Pakistan and Afghanistan. This border dispute is creating a friction between these two countries' relationship. India wants to make advantage of it, and India wants to come more closer with Afghanistan. See, this need not be a long-term scenario. Tomorrow, if Pakistan and Afghanistan can come closer, that time what will happen to our interest? So that we have to focus. And Afghanistan has a lot of connection with non-state actors who are having an interest against India's interest. So this is something which is bothering us. We have to be cautious. See, we have invested a lot in Afghanistan. What if Taliban is not honoring our interest? So we are putting counter-terrorism effort is one of the important measures which Afghanistan should take. Only then we will be supporting aid. That is how we are trying to engage with Afghanistan. What if Afghanistan gets all our aid and if they continue to support terrorism, then all our investment is going to be wasted. Right? So all these points we have to keep it in mind when we are practically engaging with Afghanistan. So what shall we do? So what we can do is right now, so we are giving a lot of aid. So that aid we have to channelize in such a way that the vulnerable section of the Afghanistan, that is women and children, should be getting benefited in the name of getting education, health, etc. And also all our aid should be linked with the counter-terror measure which Afghan is taking. So we have to get some kind of promise from Afghanistan that they will be taking efforts. Assurances is what is very important. They have to assure. So for India's continued support, we need to get a proper assurance, a promise from Afghanistan that they will not allow any kind of terror developmental activity in the Afghan soil. So that we have to ensure. Right, and also our engagement should be more of connectivity based, economic based. So our interest with respect to Afghanistan, one side is safety security, but the important interest is to use Afghanistan as a gateway for Central Asia. So how to strengthen that interest further? So how to improve the connectivity project further? That is where we have to more practically focus. Right. So it's better not to immediately engage explicitly. In a phased manner, we can improve our engagement. Right? At the same time, this engagement is not endorsement, but we have to be even more practical and cautious. That is what the author of the article is also highlighting in this editorial topic. Right? So yes, friends, I hope we got clarity on the current relationship between India and Afghanistan, what is going on, what is the recent trend, how was the past. So now, based on our discussion, I will give you a question. Pragmatism, not ideological considerations, should guide India's engagement with the Taliban to safeguard its strategic interests. Discuss. 10-marker question, 150 words. So write the answer, submit to my email upsc@gunasar@gmail.com before 9 a.m. tomorrow. After submitting, kindly leave a message in the comment section that you have sent the email. Right, friends, I will see you not tomorrow. I will see you on Monday with another interesting editorial topic. Till then, bye. Take care from Guna Mathivanan.